Hey, MegaPieman PhD, this is Egan talking about CP Boondoggle A13. I have a little bit of feedback on your map. Number one, that you should probably fix all these missing railings and stuff. There's also a bunch of errors just around the intro points. Just around here, just kind of highlighting them in case you didn't really notice where they were located. I think that's all of them actually. Yeah, I want to say that A point and B point actually felt pretty good. My only really major issues with the map probably took place in attacking C point. Not only was it difficult to attack because you try to like shoot through here with a rocket and just like splash damage yourself and almost kill yourself because there's like missing content. Yeah, so fix all these missing contents and like railings and stuff. It seemed really dangerous, but also it was dangerous because it seemed really hard to poke your head into the C point area because there was a lot of sniper sight lines from the top of here that Red could just stand here and just like see every single entrance into the last area, which might be fine. Like if this is the kind of like the combat area that you want to set up where people are defending here and Blue is just trying to just get onto the point at all, it just felt really kind of stubbornly making me stubborn. What's the word? I don't know. It just like made me kind of anxious because there's all these areas back here that sometimes I'll be able to get into and I'll die or something. I feel like there's always like areas that I could try to use to flank snipers and stuff, but there's like no way to actually get into those side areas because the snipers can see every attempt that you try to do to get there. Okay, so like there is this area down here that you have, and there's a door that is regularly open, but then it closes after Blue captures A and B. I almost wonder if you should turn it into like a one-way door so maybe Blue can still use it. Maybe it's even loud or something. I don't know. I don't know if you want to make it loud. I don't know. That's probably not very like gameplay-ish, but I don't know. I think just maybe making this a one-way door is still like defendable enough because Blue is at like a height disadvantage attacking here. Enough, I think. I don't know. I think you might have to like adjust that a little bit. But I think it's doable if this was a one-way door. I was initially thinking maybe there's some way to add like a route from like here that looped around or something over back here. But then I mean that's what this route up here is supposed to be for. It's just difficult to use because you have to like show yourself to the snipers to get through here. Unless you did want to just like add some like door between here. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's an idea. You can add like a one-way door going from like here to here, and then like a spy has to get through and then he holds open the door for his friends. I don't know. That's a stupid idea, but maybe it's not so stupid. Yeah. Oh, I want to say that on A point, there's this building here, and I didn't notice that you can actually go into the building until I was just like flying around after we had played the map. Because there's a door here, but it's not like illuminated in any way, and I think even if it was like properly illuminated, if this was like a Badlands setting and you had like light shining down right in front of the door, I don't think that would even be enough. I feel like what would really be more obvious is maybe if like the ground here was displacement that like sunk down a little bit and you had like a porch made out of either wood or concrete, like the floor is inside of there, extending just out beyond the border of the building, just so you stand here and you go, oh, there's a porch over there, so there's probably like a door over there too, just so it's a little bit more obvious. I think just like subconsciously then maybe I'll use it a little bit more often, because yeah, it's not a big deal I guess, because A point still kind of felt fine even though we didn't really use that as an attack route, but it just felt kind of weird that I wasn't sure if it was enterable, I also wanted to say that yeah, these routes felt pretty good. I liked them. I think that this B sign is, I think you should remove that and then put instead an A sign right here. And I say that because no one ever, if you're standing here, you can clearly see that B is right over there. You don't need And then, like, if there's a route that's going to the right, you would assume that it's going to B, because I was, like, just viewing that area just at the top of these stairs, right? Like, and if you're coming from A and you're clearly not going to C, then we're probably going to B. And I mean, there's even like a sign here that it goes, oh, you're going to B, you know? So I don't think you need this here, but if there was an A sign right up on here instead, then as a person who's exiting B and you're going towards A, you're not really sure if that door leads up into C somehow. Maybe it's like, isn't there like a frontier area where it's like there's an outdoors area, but then it's like still cut off and it just leads back into C or something? I wasn't sure if that's what it would look like. I know it's a really small point, but in my head it doesn't feel like it's a small point, so I think just like having an A sign there and get rid of this B sign. Yeah, I feel like that would just like kind of subconsciously link these areas up a little bit better, because it did feel a little bit confusing. I feel like with detail, you might want to try to link these light concrete areas, like have like a pipe that's like continuous into the next area, or even like in a grate through the floor or something. I feel like pipes would probably be the best thing to do for that, or if you want to do something more creative other than just pipes, maybe, I don't know. Just because yeah, it was a little bit, even though like this area between the two zones isn't a complex area, I guess it just felt in my mind like it was a little bit difficult to like comprehend which way went where. So yeah, I think like priority number one is just like get these like missing textures, not like pack them in, make sure they're all packed in and stuff, and then maybe tune this into a one-way door for blue team, just so it's a little bit easier to get in and attack C point without showing your face snipers and stuff. Oh, I also wanted to say that I know that when blue team has captured A and B, that the door over there closes and the C point, which was at this height level, lowers to the ground. But when blue team just captures one point, does it only add time for the timer? Is that all the advantage that blue gets? I guess it felt a little bit strange that there wasn't like a more large map change. Like there is like such a large change for when both points are capped, but I guess, and you don't even really need to cap the second point, because like if C is open the whole time, blue team, I remember like we captured A, and then we were capturing B, and then someone started capturing C, and I'm standing on B going, does this do anything? Because like when we captured the last point, that really didn't do anything other than add round time. Does it matter if we capture this point? I don't know. Yeah, I guess if like the A point, if it did something a little bit, if just capturing one point did something just a little bit more obvious, I don't know what exactly you'd want to do there. I don't know, maybe if it was just like a really clear like time has been awarded or something, like a loud one, like a different one. I don't know if there is like even a default sound for that happening. Probably, like I would assume so, but maybe not. But just make it sure that that sound plays, I guess. That sound script plays, maybe. Maybe if that's the only like reward that you're going to reward to the blue team, just time has been awarded. Something like that would be more obvious, I think. Yeah. Oh, I guess attacking just people, like skirmishes in this room, felt a little bit awkward. That there was this whole top area up here that scouts could always jump across these two balconies across. You know what I mean. But then, like, if you were some other class, you couldn't, and it, or can you? Oh, that's, huh. I don't know if you want to make that a little bit more obvious that you can do that. And you can't do it with like both classes. I don't know if you want to like add like a pipe along here, and then you could jump across here, and then I don't know. It felt really weird that like you'd kind of like get caught on this round part here. It was just like kind of awkward to just fight on it. I don't know if this is even intentional that you want people to go up here, but I mean, I would imagine so, because otherwise this room would be kind of boring. I don't know if you want to like even just like flatten off that top area and just like actually make it like a point that you can like stand on, just so it's a little bit more obvious that like it was like designated to be stood on. And then if it was, then I'd be like, oh, okay, here, let me jump. Oh, you can jump across. I feel like that would be better if like you just kind of remove the round part up there and made it just like a like a standable balcony or something. I feel like that'd be pretty good, actually. Yeah, if it was, yeah, because then like even when I'm up here as like a soldier, I don't feel like, oh, there's nowhere to jump. I feel like, oh, there's a balcony there. Let me jump onto that balcony. Okay, I like that idea. Make this like a balcony instead of just like a round thing that's like difficult to stand on. Yeah, I think otherwise, I think the map is pretty good. I think C is a little bit. I think C is a little bit weird, but it has potential. And then B point was good. I like B point a lot. I think B point's the best so far. And then A point just make this building a little bit more obvious to get into. Otherwise, I liked it. I guess it'd be cool to see what sorts of details you do with the map, because this area is a little bit flat. It really feels like that's just like a lone instance building that's like disconnected. So maybe you could do something that's kind of interesting, like how Badlands has a lot of like interesting floor displacement geometry. Maybe you can make like, I was thinking like a ridge going across these areas, have like a drainage pipe that's like in the bottom of this ridge or something, because like, you know, there's like watery things going on. Maybe you could like have like some, I don't know, maybe the area's not big enough to have like interesting displacements. Maybe it's like only have like really small subtle displacements. But anyway, some sort of cool displacements I think would be kind of cool. Just make this area feel a little bit more personalized towards the map a little bit. Alright, that's all I got for you. So good luck.